Go, Corey!
All right, it's week 5. Race week is here, man. We not made it this far. Ain't no stopping now. There's no going back now. We're 5 weeks into the game, and we're gonna keep this train moving. Before we get into the race week details, go ahead, click below, like and subscribe to the channel. If you're on Instagram, you know what to do. Go ahead and follow your boy at CJ the Runner, and also on Twitter at CoreyJ863. And also for the workouts, follow me on Strava. Just look up my name, Corey Joyner. This is the picture that you'll see. I think it's going to be on this side, or it could be on this side. I get confused. But follow me on Strava as well. And yep, race week, man. We made it. 5 weeks in the game. So this has been an easy week, light week on the runs. 5 miles, 4 miles, and a fartlek workout to just get the legs churning a little bit. That fartlek workout was done in the evening. It was like 90 degrees to start off this run, but that's all right. It was smooth running out there at Lake Hollisworth, just testing out the legs along the lake where the race location will be. And we went smooth, man. Really excited to get after it this weekend and to go for that PR. The goal is sub 17:30, 17 minute, as we discussed this entire series. But it's going to be a hot one. We're going to see what we're going to be able to do out there. But most importantly, going to go out there and have a great time. It's 3 races, 3 5Ks, 1 in each month for the summer for the Lakelands Runner Club Watermelon Series. So we got 3 tries, 3 opportunities to go out there, get better, get faster, and have a blast. And also, got to eat some watermelon while we out there too. So it's going to be a good one. I just want to go in here, get this cut done before the race this weekend, and then get that video out on Sunday this time. We'll get this video out on Sunday instead of on Monday with the recap of how the race went and what will be for the next event, for the second race in July. So holla at your boy. See y'all this weekend.
A reminder that the road in front of the parking lot here closed at 6:30 start. Your packet pickup is on the east end of the parking lot. And the start line is at Nyler Avenue, which intersects. Fitness. Get fit, have fun with Rich and the gang down there at Lakeside.
All right, let's go.
Lap 5, 341. Lap pace 341.
All right, Watermelon Series, race 1 in the books. You can see it, you know, bib number 1. You know, I was 104. Got in the books, came well short of the goal. Heat +1, CJ the Runner -1. Yeah, the heat got the best of me out there. It got serious out there running this 5K race. But it was a good effort. It was a really good effort out there. Ended with an official time of an 18:03. Didn't even get sub 18. And we trying to go for sub 17. But that's okay. We got a lot of good nuggets to take away from this race. A lot of areas where I know that I can improve upon. And we got 4 weeks. 4 weeks till the next race. So that's the great thing about, you know, having these races stacked up, because now I have information of where I am and what I can do to improve myself for this next race. So I'm excited. And the workouts coming up is going to be really helpful in getting me to not only run better in this heat, but strategically run a better 5K race for the next race and the last race of the series. So, hey, we finna work. And we finna have some fun doing so. But let's get into the race breakdown. So 18:03. How did we get here? What happened? What was going through my mind? the good, the bad, the ugly for this race. All right, so started out, I already knew I wasn't hanging with the high schoolers and the young adults. That wasn't happening. Some of these kids, one of the kids, the kid who won it is a sub 15 5K-er. So wasn't happening. I would have blew up in the first K if I would have tried to hang with them boys. So what I did, the first downhill, I just went off field. I was running with one of my Runners Empire partners, Jason, and just ran smooth. Just ran off field to get the legs turning, and ran it a little too fast. I should have pulled back a little bit, but I just wanted to go by feel and what felt good, and that felt good. But until I looked at the watch, it said 323 for the first K. So for that first K, it was pretty rough. So after the first K, coming around the first corner coming up, you know, just trying to get the breathing down, trying to get everything to go smooth, because for me, the third and fourth K is when it really gets tough in a 5K. I'm pulling up my stats here just to make sure I got the stats down pat. I had it memorized, but then I was like, I forgot. But anyway, so yeah, first K, 323, and then coming into the second K, Coach John, he jumped in for a hot second to help me to keep moving on pace. So I'm following behind his coattail for a hot second, and it helped me to keep moving because I was already starting to fall off slightly. So for that second K, I clocked in a 332. So it's 332, and I was feeling it. Like after John finished running with me for a slight second, just to keep me pumped up, I was like, yeah, it's about to get real.
I was like, it's about to go down.
So Jason had already taken off on me, so Jason was out the window. Like there was no catching Jason in the 5K, but there was another kid that he eventually passed that was in sight. And then in the third quarter, there was another kid that actually came up and caught me. I was like, oh man, this kid's gonna drop me, man. Like, what is going on? But he actually helped to, we ended up running together. He was drafting behind me. Then I let him do some of the work and drafted behind him. So it actually worked out that he came up to run with me in the race. So for that third quarter, it was a 336. So we're still within range. We're still within mark. But this is where the fall-off happened in the race. And this is when the heat was really starting to, like mentally, like this is where it really started to get to me a little bit. And I even had some negative thoughts. Like, you ever have a race and you have like negative thoughts like, oh yeah, today ain't your day. Oh yeah, you gonna have a sucky race today. You might as well just slow down now and just save your energy for the next time. You ever had those thoughts? Because I definitely had some of those thoughts going through this race. And I was like, oh, okay, we got to get out of this negative hole. We got to keep pushing. So I started to do one of my favorite things to do in the race is just count. I started to count. I counted to 50. And then I actually counted to 50 about 3 times. Normally I do 100, but it was a shorter race. So I was like, all right, we're going to do 50 just to try and get my mental space back locked in on the race. And so in that 4th K, I knew it was getting close to being over. And that's just what I kept telling myself. Hey, we don't have to go all the way around the lake past the yacht club. We just have to get to that last stretch and get back on the main road and just finish strong as you can. So in that 4th K, it was the toughest K. I did a 347, 348. And I didn't even look at the watch. So I didn't even know during the race how fast I was going or what the time was. I probably should have took a peek at it to see where it was, and maybe that could have helped mentally, but I was just trying to survive, just stay on my horse and just run as best as I could going into this stretch. But ended up in this last K passing the kid who jumped in front of me. The conditions, it got really hot. It was warm, and I ended up passing him. And then there was another kid who Jason had been past that he actually eventually started to slow down, and I was just trying to keep up the effort. I wasn't cramping up during the race, so I was like, okay, we're not cramping up. One of my models from previously when I was really cramping up bad, about a year or two ago, was just, if you're not cramping up, just try to keep up the effort, because you could cramp up and then that will be your race and it's over. So kept the effort and just kept moving. And right before getting onto the road, was able to pass him. And then once I got on the road, there was John, there was Nick, and they were like, oh, go, go, go. And that's when you got to put your kick in. And then I just started swinging my arms the best I could. And then that last kilometer closed out with a 340. So was able to finish stronger than that last K of 347. So closed out with a 340. I think top speed I picked up was in the low fives to finish out. I slowed up slightly at the finish line. I tried to do my, you know, I got to do my jump kick. But as you can see, it was kind of pitiful this time. It was like a quick, like I barely got elevation. But that just shows you how much work was put into this actual event, and how, you know, how much effort was needed here. We came short of the goal to even PR for this race, but that's okay. That's why we get 2 more races to do it, to accomplish this. And I'm excited. The 1803, that actually positioned me pretty well for the series. So there's an opportunity for me to place overall in the series. So that's what we'll be gunning for as well. But we're not taking out the goal of sub 17. That's still going to be on the big board of objectives for these next 2 races. Like, there's just some some changes that will be made, and we'll see how these changes gets us closer towards that goal. But that was the race. Just want to make sure I get better at being strong in those last kilometers. So we're going to do a little bit longer tempos, and those were coming up on the schedule anyway for my workouts, and just keep getting stronger. Hill work, gym work, and from there we'll see where it takes me. We will see where that takes me and where we go to finish out the last half of the series. Before I get up out of here, I want to make sure you guys know, if you are in Central Florida and you want to come run, we're doing another field trip. We're going to Babson Park. Babson Park has clay roads just like the clay loop, and it's hilly a little bit. So we're definitely going to get out to Babson Park, get a long run in. I think I'm going to have 14 to 15 miles on a day, but there's going to be runners of all paces out there, getting it in, getting their long run in, probably from 10 to 15 miles, depending on what your workout is for that day. So you don't have to do the whole 15 or the whole 10, whatever your workout is for the long run that day. That's what you do. I'm sure there'll be someone else there at the speed level that you want to go out and do your long run in, that you'll be able to run with, and we're just going to run out there as a group and have a great time, because it's a nice area to run in. The clay is beautiful out there, orange groves, so we'll be checking out the oranges, running in a scenic country environment, and it's going to be a good time. So I'm going to put the information up for Babson Park, and we'll link up. Let me know if you're watching this on YouTube. Comment below. If you're on Instagram, just hit me up in the DMs, and we'll go from there. So, hey, let's have some fun. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. And also on Instagram, I had a brain fart. Also on Instagram, make sure you follow the kid at CJ the Runner. And y'all make sure y'all have a great weekend. And let's keep training hard. Let's survive this summer. Peace. Yes. Check. 1, 2. Check.
Go, boy!